What is up, Facebook? Let me know in the comments if the audio is clear. So today, one of my students asked me, how can I stand out as a sales professional? How can I get more opportunities? And so he sent me a draft of what he had as ideas that he wants to propose to implement in his situation, in his company. And he sent me 4 lines, 4 lines of ideas that he could use to advance himself in his sales career. And he asked me for my feedback. So I said, you know what, put it in the chat group that we were all in, and let's discuss. So when he put the proposal of what he had in mind to improve his performance in sales, it was 4 lines. So when he shared that, a fellow sales professional chimed in and say, what is up, Nick? He said, that's a great idea, and here's how I do it. I focus on helping my clients achieve this, and I focus helping my partners, my colleagues, and these people and that person, and I help them for free, and I go the extra mile, and I help them solve this problem, and I do that. So I look at the 2 options. Basically, the person that was asking me this question, there was a trend in the way he proposed his ideas. And the second person that proposed his way of advancing himself in his sales career also had a trend. So I asked the group, can you see the difference in the trend of their various, their respective ideas? And it was very clear, because for the first person, every single one of his ideas to advance himself in his company all starts with the letter I. It was, I want this, I want to have this, I want to achieve this, I want to do this. So he was focused on himself. Whereas the other person, he was focused on other people. So every line of the second person was focused on creating a solution, on helping other people get results, on helping other people advance themselves, on helping other people get the advantage. So I asked the initial person that, did you get your answer? Because it's very clear, all of your ideas begins with the letter I, but all of the ideas of the second person focuses on the other people, So it is the contrast clear? Is the difference in mindset clear? And what is this key difference? This key difference is what I observe to be missing in a lot of salespeople, where maybe in the initial stage, especially when you're trying to get started, you are always worried about your own situation. So it's very natural for you to start thinking that way. You think for your self-interest, you think in your self-defense, and over time, you will start to see that this kind of mindset will only bring you more blocks and more obstacles in your life. And the secret to overcoming that is to be proactive. What is your definition? My fellow salespeople, what is your definition of being proactive? Put your definition in the comments below. If you're watching this replay at a later time, put it in the comments as well. You see, my definition of being proactive is not the same as being loud, pushy, annoying. That is not my definition of being proactive. My definition of being proactive is 2 words: responsibility and taking the initiative. Responsibility and taking the initiative. You look at the word responsibility. What is it formed? It is formed by 2 separate words: response and ability. In other words, it is your ability to respond. You can always choose your response. In your sales environment, it is always going to be chaotic. It is always going to be challenging. And every time a stimulus comes your way, whether it's an angry client, whether it's you are not getting enough sleep, whether it's you are burnt out, whether it's you're not able to hit your sales targets, whether it's a limiting belief that is holding you back, when a challenge comes your way, you can choose to say, I'm not getting enough leads. that wasn't a good prospect. My boss is very negative. You can choose to attribute the cause of your success to the environment, or you can reclaim your power and decide who you want to be. Because in that space between the stimulus and your response, you have so much to work with. You have your free will, your creative imagination, you have your willpower, you have your moral compass, you have your conscience, you have insights, intuition. You have all these higher mental faculties in that space to decide, okay, yes, the environment is like this, the stimulus is like this, the challenges is like this, but I have the power in this space to choose how I want to respond. Okay, so if you work in sales, you want to transition, number one, from being a taker to being a giver. And you want to learn the habit of being proactive. That is taking responsibility, okay, choosing your ability to respond. Okay, and the second part of that, of being proactive, is your initiative. Okay, in your power, in your circle of influence, what can you choose in that circle to be resourceful, to take the initiative, to learn, to pivot? If you have a boss that is very demanding, that is very puts a lot of pressure on you, you cannot change that. But what can you change in your situation to work with that boss's strength and complement his or her weaknesses, and keep focusing on that inner space where you have your circle of influence? Because the more resourceful you train yourself to be, the more proactive you train yourself to be, the more you train yourself to keep taking that initiative, to keep being that bit more resourceful, the more your circle of influence is going to grow. And when your circle of influence begins to grow, more opportunities come your way. You become more resourceful, right? More insights, more of the right people, more of the right frequency, more of the right energy starts flowing your way, and your circle of influence, it starts to expand, and that's when you start winning. Okay, so you have to make that transition from a giver to a taker. Sorry, the other way around, from a taker to a giver, and have that initiative, have that resourcefulness to be proactive. And that's when your life is going to change. Your performance at work is going to change, because people are going to notice that person has influence. What that person thinks or says counts, right? And you're going to become more prominent, more magnetic, more resourceful, and that should be the salesperson that you aspire to be. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, at this point, you might have some questions. You might be thinking, yes, Sean, I understand that this number one habit that salespeople should have is to be proactive, to be resourceful, to take the initiative. But there's only one problem. Every time I try to do that, I fall back to my old programming. I fall back to my environment. I fall back to my old paradigm. And that is perfectly natural. I've been studying paradigms, mental models for years, and I've seen so many people trying to make that leap, to be more proactive, to have more success in sales, but they keep falling back. And the reason why I say this is natural is because at the end of the day, your subconscious controls 95% of everything in your world, everything in your results. You cannot beat your subconscious with that 5% of your conscious mind. What most salespeople try to do is they overload their conscious mind, that 5%, with so much training, so much skill set, so much sales quota, so much pressure. What happens? You burn out, you crash, everything comes falling down. Your emotional life gets affected, your personal life gets affected, your social life gets affected. So what you want to do is to ease that part in your conscious mind and let your subconscious cooperate with you to bring you that results, because your subconscious has so much latent power. It's so much more powerful that it can solve every problem that you send it over. Whatever problem that you turn to your subconscious, it must accept, and then it will start bringing you the solutions. This is law. Okay, so your next question is going to be, okay, I understand that I have to be proactive. I understand that I have to reprogram my subconscious mind and eliminate those limiting beliefs that hold me back and put in new beliefs, right? So how do you do that? Now, the secret to reprogramming your mind to have these new habits, because you know your results come from your habits, right? You want to be more proactive, you want to be more driven, you want to have more sales without the burnout, you want to close more deals without the burnout. Where is all that firepower going to come from? If it only comes from your willpower, then you're going to burn out and it's not going to work. You don't want to burn out. You want to reprogram your mind. So the way that to do it is affirmation. You have to affirm yourself, also known as self-talk. What is self-talk? So there's a whole science behind affirmation, this whole movement behind this new thought discipline. The discipline of reprogramming your mind to connect with your subconscious mind for infinite solutions, okay? And it's too much to cover in one video, so what I've done for you is I have summarized my study and application. So it's not just a theory, okay? I didn't just become a teacher of the mindset last week, okay? Since 2012, I've been using it and applying it long before I was teaching this stuff, to advance myself in sports, to become a national athlete, to become a professional martial artist. And I didn't have those breakthroughs when I was a child, when I was a teenager. It was by reprogramming my mind, using self-talk, using affirmations, using the power of your subconscious mind, that I managed to make these breakthroughs. And all of this is going to be contained inside my brand new book, Affirmation Secrets. It's a completely free ebook, and I'm going to put it in the comments. I want you to scroll down and find that link. I'm going to put it in the comments later to download your free book, Affirmation Secrets. It's also going to come with a bunch of offers at the end to work with me, and it's entirely your decision. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what is your goal? By the end of this year, this Christmas, 6 months of 2020 has already come and gone. By the end of this year, what is your goal? And are you on that path to hit those goals? If what is up, a result? If you're not on that path to hit those goals, ask yourself, is your environment holding you back? Are your subconscious beliefs holding you back? Do you go to sleep at night worrying if you're going to close the deals, the sales that you need to close, and all that pressure is overwhelming you? If that's the case, you are very near burnout. And the way to do that is to stop overloading your conscious mind and use your subconscious mind to handle that burden for you. And the way to reprogram your subconscious mind is the use of affirmations. So you have to learn. If you want to walk down this path of reprogramming your mind, you have to learn how to talk to yourself with the right words, in the right way, at the right time. And all of these secrets are going to be inside my free book in the comments, Affirmation Secrets. Scroll down, click on the link, put your email in, get your free book, and I want you to study it. Okay, I'm not going to overwhelm you with 100, 200 pages. It's just 20 pages of the simple 7 methods that you can use right now, today, to learn how to build a relationship with yourself. When other people are burnt out, you're finding that fire within and you're burning from within. Does that make any sense? Okay, so hope you enjoyed this talk today. If you have the habit of procrastinating, if you wait to be acted upon, you will be acted upon. Your best friend is your initiative. Your best friend is to be proactive. It actually applies to all industries, whatever you work as. Without that initiative, if you are not proactive, if you are not able to control and decide your response, you will always be a slave to your bosses, your colleagues, your environment, to conditions, to circumstances, to effects. So don't let that happen to you. Take control of your life. Take control of your results by taking control of your thoughts. And self-talk is a way to start replacing the thoughts you don't want with the thoughts you want. So hit the comments, click on the link, download your book, and if the book brought you value, drop me a message and let me know what was your experience like. If you're watching this over at YouTube, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell so that every time I release a video on mind, you get notified. And if you know of a friend that works in sales and they struggle to advance in their career, they are being trapped by an income ceiling, they're being held back by their limiting beliefs, and you know that they are this close to being burnt out, do them a favor, send them my free ebook, drop them a link to this video, this URL, share this video with them. You never know whose life you could change when you take an action as small as that. It's Sena. Any comments, questions, feedback, send them my way, and I'll talk to you real soon. Have a great day.